What's up, guys? Zade here, my buddy Casey, who has a new saucy deck from the new set to show off.
Yeah, we're saucing. I have Vanquish Souls. It's a cool deck. It's very expensive.
What's the set called that it just came out in?
Wild Survivors. We're surviving, but like wildly. So yeah, I have basically take one of the deck here. I've been trying some different stuff, but this is kind of like what I played day one. I did a little bit of testing like in the last few months since it was announced. And I was lucky enough to get it all. So shout out to Tournament City Games.
The GOATs.
Good place to get some cardboard. So anyway, we'll just get right into it. So so starting with monsters. I'm playing a lot of, well, you'll just see, a lot of things in name. So all the Vanquish Souls are interesting. They all have effects based on the things you reveal. So this, I would say, is the weakest one. It's like a cyber dragon, and it can blow things in spell trap, which is pretty cool.
That is cool, actually.
Yeah, it comes up a little bit. You get to basically reuse the same cards over and over again, so you have to play probably at least one of each one just to get them sort of all the pieces in your toolbox accounted for. But yeah, this is the weakest one. It's still pretty cool though, because you can like special it and use it for.
You can search off tanky. Sucks, it's not the best.
You actually can. Yeah, some people are trying out a what's it called, the Beast Warrior thing that makes these monsters. I'm blanking.
Me too.
Trident, Anyway, so some people are playing that. I am not, but you could. And then this is the starter. This is raisin, not the fruit. So yeah, on summon he searches a monster, and then he can reveal a fire to protect himself from card effects. And most important is search, but also the cool effect is you can reveal a fire and dark to pop all the other monsters in the column. So if you're summoning this on your opponent's turn, you can kind of put him where they're already putting stuff and disrupt them.
That's nice.
In addition to the disruption he's going to get by searching, because, spoiler, all the stuff that you're searching is going to be disrupting them too.
Oh, are all these quick effects to do the reveal?
All of them.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah, there is a ton of, its deck is mostly quick effects. So yeah, it's very cool. The next kind of starter-ish card is Mad Love. Great name. So this is on summon, searches a spell or trap card in the theme. They have a few really good ones. Also, it can spin the lowest defense card on the board, which it can be yours. Sometimes it's good if it's yours. So pretty cool stuff there. But yeah, that's Mad Love. And then I'm playing one of this guy. This is the little jelly slime man. This guy summons during your opponent's turn, and you can reveal the attributes to either make him 3,000 attack or 3,000 defense. He looks really underwhelming, to be honest, but he comes up a little bit. He lets you play during your opponent's first turn sometimes, because you can special him and then use him as a body to return to play your other cards. So it comes up. Also, 3,000 damage isn't nothing, so kind of cool. Okay, now we're at the big boy phase. That's me. We're no longer super heavy. We're just big. Okay, so this is Borgor.
Heavy Borgor.
Heavy Borgor. Shout out to Mike Wilson, my boy. All right, so this guy's really cool. You can quick effect. So either player's turn, target a Vanquish Soul, return it to hand, special summon, and then he's reveal a dark draw card, or reveal an earth and a fire to deal 1,500.
Yo, we win in time.
You win in time. Also, you can just casually get them to 45 and game them in a turn and a half.
That's true too.
It's crazy. You can do a lot of burn damage. So, but yeah, it's really good. Also note that this card also works to help you dodge stuff. Because if you activate this effect and they use Imperm...
Oh, you chain bounce? That's nice, too.
You do effects like that constantly in the deck. And you can do that with, pretty much any of these with the big guys. That's why I'm on 2 of this. Some people play 3. I don't... You can brick on this. I don't want to do that. And then I'm playing 2 copies of Caesar. This is the boy. He's a dragon. Note. That'll come up sometimes. But he's got 3,000. He returns a guy to special, so same thing, like dodging, blinking. You can reveal an earth, so he's unaffected by your opponent's card effects. And if you reveal one of each of the other attributes, one of each of the attributes, Earth, Fire, Dark, pop a card, doesn't target. Crazy. The lights are going out. Yeah, this is nuts. This card's crazy. Crazy. This card's stupid. Yeah, so that card was amazing all day. I love seeing it. To be honest, I don't mind playing 2. I probably wouldn't play 3, but 2 is good, actually. So yeah, now we're going to go into non-engine monsters real quick. So these are pretty cool. You'll notice a trend, but I'll just let it speak for itself. So 3 Fenrir. I decided to play 3 of this because it's the best earth monster you can possibly reveal. And it's just this card's crazy. It's going to be really good in this format.
It's cool too that you can lead with it, search, and you still have one to reveal.
Right, yeah, and it's the best card to reveal because they already know you have it a lot of the time too. So they know it's there, and you're like, oh yeah, it's the Fenrir, yeah. But Earth is kind of the weakest of the attributes. in the deck, so this fills up a lot of holes. Also, you just do so much damage. Going seconds in this deck is crazy. Okay, next is 3 Ash Blossom. This is a fire monster in addition to being Ash Blossom, so it's it's good.
It is awkward showing them you have it, but then you're like, heck, play around it.
Yeah. Sometimes you just do it, and like the cool thing is sometimes you'll like put them in a situation where they still are just gonna have to play into it. Like I played against Brandon, I'm like, I'll show it to you. You still have to deal with it. Ideally, you don't want to do that, but it comes up sometimes. And then 3 more fire non-engine cards. This is 3 Kurikara. This is kind of subject to the meta. I think that there's going to be a lot of cash early on, and I was right. Some other decks also this kind of hoses, but it being a fire monster is just so good. Like you can just accidentally like do so much damage with this and Fenrir.
So a side argument, could this go to Bell since Bell's an Earth?
Yeah, Bell's in my side deck. We'll get to that too.
Like
yeah.
Bell's probably going to be really good this format too. So like,
yeah, Bell's really good. In which case your Earth monsters are looking a little nicer, but the way you plug up the holes of your attributes is actually Kaiju's. So I'm on 1 dark and 1 earth. My logic here was that I wanted at least 6 of each attribute. So this is the 6th earth, or 7th earth, and this is the 6th dark. So you could just play these depending on what you wanted. I like Humongous because you can like deal with some Fenrir and stuff like that a little easier. But like it doesn't really matter which ones you play. Depending on your hand traps, you just fill in the holes with your lowest amount of attributes with the right Kaijus.
That's cool, actually.
Yeah, it's neat. And obviously be careful if you summon this on like a board that's gonna make rank 7s.
Yeah,
you
like
gotta
the
answer
cash
it.
deck.
So yeah, you gotta be careful. But there are some. This will be optimized, I'm sure. But probably not playing Gamma Seal on this because it's water. So weird. But that's all the monsters. It's quite a few. You need a good number of them to like resolve all these effects well. But a lot of them are quick effects, so they look kind of the theme of the deck is it all looks very underwhelming until you see it in action and you realize everything can just do everything often. So going on to the spell cards, this is an engine spell card. It's not part of the archetype, but it's an archetype support card. Stake Your Soul. This is cool, weird shadow game. Basically, you show them a monster in your hand, and then you special summon a Vanquish Soul monster that has the same attribute but a different name. So, for instance, you could show them Kurikara and search and special summon Raisin from your deck. A cool play I did tonight was I showed them a Kaiju, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool." I showed them a Kaiju. I summoned Borger, used Borger, revealed the Kaiju again, drew a card, and then Kaiju'd them. It was mean. So yeah, you can do some cool stuff. This card's crazy. The monster you summon gets returned at end phase, but usually it's either being linked off or bounced, so it doesn't really. The downside's really minimal. And then I played a Rhoda and 2 copies of Durandal. Basically, Rhoda's 2 and 3.
But just for Fire Warriors, right? But that's your starter.
Specifically for this is the best starter in the deck. You want to see it, and like you'll see some other consistency cards here just to get to this. Because if you can get to just this, even if it only searches once, you can do a lot because the Link monster lets you reuse it during your opponent's turn. So within 2 searches, you can pretty much get everything rolling.
I wish I had a Link one that allowed me to reuse my searches.
That would be crazy if only. They'll be coming for Rock in about 3 weeks. But anyway, I'm fine. So here's some more spells. I'm playing 3 triple tactics. Like I said, a lot of the deck is focused on going second. I think going first you do a lot anyway, but you're just not dying and then killing them on the crackback. I still think there's a lot of hangover of people playing a lot of hand traps, so this seemed good. Also, if I play against Kashtira, a lot of them are going to use the Shangri-Ira, and if I can get them to do one more thing, I can start like doing this, and like there's a lot of things that will like make this live, even though it's not always live. Like the card they're going to summon off the Shangri is like going to want to trigger, so. Yeah, those are good. 3 Pot of Prosperity. You just kind of got to see this guy. Or
Yeah,
like,
consistency.
Seeing an extra monster of the right attribute is also good. Also digging for these.
Yeah,
inside
those
cards.
going second is nice.
Yeah, I used this in deck for an evenly match today. It was really stupid. But yeah, just know that this minorly conflicts with Borgor since his draws a card. So
That is a little annoying. But
if that happens, you just burn him 15. Oh well.
Yeah, that also can fix your attributes in hand too, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, that comes up too. And then 2 in archetype spells. These are searchable off of Mad Love. This one, they're both quick plays. Crazy. This one, you pay 5, add a card back, or you special summon one in defense mode. So this can like basically be another copy of your Link monster. And adding a card back, if this is a quick effect, you can add back a card that special summons as a quick effect that has a quick effect.
That's nuts.
So like out of nowhere, you just like have this crazy play they don't see coming if you search this. This card's Book of Eclipse. This card's stupid. You target a monster you control, of the archetype, change its position, and then check how many Vanquish Souls you have. You can flip that many face down like a Book of
That's
Moon.
nuts against cash and stuff.
Yeah, I searched this going first and second today in different times. it just straight up won me a match.
Outboards, stop boards from ever happening.
Yeah.
Offensive, defensive.
I could see playing 2 of this, in fact. If Kashtira is for sure like really staple of the meta, I think I might step this to 2. There's also some traps you can play. There's a counter trap that's pretty good. It burns in addition to countering a thing, but it only negates targeting stuff.
Oh,
so
icky.
It's a little iffy, but you can burn it for 3,000.
Oh, that's kind of sick, though.
It's neat. If you play Floodgates in your side deck, it can be good. And then they have a card that's like a trap that blows them out. It like bounces a whole bunch of things in the columns of your guys. I'm not playing it, but I think it could be good going first. I might even side it for if I know I'm going first.
And then just set up a bunch of guys in columns and then boom.
Right, and just boom. And because you're summoning during your opponent's turn, you can put them in the exact columns you need them to be.
Oh, that's true, too.
Yeah, it's really cool. And then the last cards in the main deck is just 3 Imperm. This could be another hand trap, maybe Bell, but I just thought Imperm was the safest option. As like, since I'm on very few interactions during their turn, I wanted them to be like for sure good ones.
It's like good against everything.
Exactly, yeah. So that's the main deck there. It's 40 cards. I think there's a conversation for like a bigger cash engine, because there are cash monsters that have fire attribute, and then you can make an Arise Heart. This deck doesn't super care about your stuff going to grave, oddly enough. The Lake monster wants it in grave, but like you can play around it. Yeah, like you can even play Shifter if you're really wild, but I'm not.
The dark too.
Yeah, he's a dark, so he's neat. But yeah, that's the main deck. I'll show you the extract next. Just as a quick aside, I made this deck very quickly today upon entering locals, because I didn't have it when I got here. And I got it and knew the list I wanted to play already, so I made it real quick. The extract is not complete, but it was good enough for today. There were very few times where I was really missing anything, but I'll show it to you anyway. The sleeves aren't matching, so shame on me. Get your sleeves to match. But anyway, so in no particular order, you play a lot of just like good stuff cards, and then you also play 3 of this card. So I'm just going to lay this out and then I'll explain. So the main cards are actually just these 3 rocks. They're in Link 1. You can use any of your monsters to make it. This card's crazy. Once per turn, just quick effects, you can either add back, during the main phase though, that's important, you can add back one of your guys from graveyard, or you can special summon a guy from your hand.
That is kind of nice.
You do it during both players' turns. So on your turn, I can
add one on my turn and then summon it on yours.
Yeah, often that's what you're doing turn 1, but you can also do some stuff where you like summon a guy that has the blow up the column effect.
Cool.
You like summon a guy, he'll search to get another thing, use the blow up a column effect. If they negate it, you just bounce it back to hand and it resolves anyway.
Nuts.
Well, it'll resolve to search anyway, but it's cool. Also, this guy has a cool effect. While he's on the board, they can only attack your biggest monster instead of like him. They have to attack the biggest monster you have.
If they don't know that secret effect in like a tournament, that's nuts too.
Yeah, it's
they
really...
declare an attack, you're like, hey buddy.
Yeah, you have to attack this. There's also a conversation that came up today, I don't know the ruling on it, but if they have like a Hayate or something that can attack directly, we're still figuring that out. This might stop that. We'll let you know.
Not sure for sure.
We'll let you know. Check the comments in a little bit. We'll let you know.
Someone will know.
Yeah. Okay, then other stuff. Baron, you can just make this with Fenrir plus Ash. It doesn't come up often, but it's cool. And then Donner for if they give you the Ibli. And then this stuff here is just only climb into this. And some disruption. This is particularly cool because some of your guys are Earth.
And you take Fenrir.
You take Fenrir, you can search your own Fenrir. It's very neat. And then down here is just like, you play some rank 4 or some level 4s. So like rank 4s are possible. The best rank 4s I can think of were these 2. And then if I play against Kashtira, I want these cards. And Zeus is good. Easy enough. Yeah, a lot of these cards are just food for your prosperity. Except for you never banish this card. You need 3 of this. Sometimes you even make 2 in the same turn if this one gets negated.
So always just keep those, but everything else, it's like...
Everything else is negotiable. But yeah, that's that. I'll show you the side deck. It's not finished, but there are some cool ideas here, so it'll be worth looking at. I played 3 evenly because we're back in that format. This is very good today.
You don't have to worry about my super heavy samurai end board having too many negates anymore.
Right, yeah, now I just kill them. Then I played some more hate cards.
This is important still because they didn't really touch Runic.
Right, so you need at least some of this. I kind of wanted to play 3, but I sort of wanted Duster too, so is what it is there.
Go play your 2 Lightning Storm.
Yeah, I also was supposed to have Thrust, but I didn't have it today, so that affects some of the choices here. This would have been down to 2. But anyway, 2 Dark Rollers. This is probably better at 3, but it was Thrust. But this is still very good. This answers a lot of stuff. There's a lot of going second cards here. I probably didn't need all that. Then some going first cards. There can be only one. All your stuff is different. Good luck. It's real cool. Yeah, this card just hoses some decks. Now, the opposite is also true. Rivalry hoses you. So
Watch out for that.
Great power, great responsibility.
Have that
yeah.
in hand.
Yeah, and then some graveyard hate stuff. This is a Earth Hand Trap. We talked about this briefly before. But you can just reveal this to do some effects, and it's Earth, which is, like I said, the weakest of the attributes. And this card's just good. It's good against Branded now, because Sanctifier has to get from Graves, so this will always stop that, so you don't get gimmicked. And then, like, this card's just good. I don't have to explain it. Then the last 3 cards I played were 3 Mysterio Monsters.
They're dark.
Again, just good. They just kind of do the thing, but there's some extra synergy here. It's nice. This card searches a dragon. Caesar is a dragon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can actually search a Caesar with it.
I love when that happens, when that
Yeah.
like can also be slow engine.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Some other stuff that matters for this, they are dark, so you can reveal them for that, of course. I was messing around with some extra deck stuff that might be relevant. You can use these to make your Beatrice, which can send a thing that you can recur back with the Link monster. You can also make a Tum and summon your big guy from the deck because he's a dragon. You can summon a card. You can do the same thing, make a Tum, summon a dragon, use those to make Hieratic Seal for some disruption, and then summon your guy with the Hieratic Seal effect.
That seems nice too. If we I'm thinking the format's going to end up being Branded heavy, and if that's the case, these could see play in the main.
Yeah, these could be mained if it's that kind of format. I would even see playing more of them because Dark is really good in this deck. But yeah, that's that. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, of course. It was just the first outing, but it did pretty well. I only lost really one match that was in my control. One was because of weird... we played new ban list, and the other player was not. So Diablosis locked me. I'm like, bro... But
you're not supposed to do this.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. But no, the deck's really cool. I'll play some more whenever I top Zadel get the profile.
Hell yeah. Thank you for showing us a little intro of this.
Yeah, thanks, guys. If you have questions, let them know.